to say, and you boy take a car, Nigeria, no.
Hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. I'll wait to others. Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Stonebwoy Global Consult Limited. Jumekuo bi a omo fa registered nurses, drivers a omo GCC license, NFA securities. Edi omo ko amaya hodro bi so te se Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, NFA USA. Na mene wo kasa sisi akra. Omo per registered nurses. Edi omo ko USA. Akoye juma ko jisika pudro. Anne. Na enye we po. Stonebwoy Global Consult Limited. Esanso boama. Sa wo peka atofri amanone. Omo beye ho hyehyeye nyina ma. Na wo nsatimi aka. Ka biara ya dawa kuma so wa bra wo mre ho enti omo se bra omo so ye sesi a wo behu omo Otema community 9 omo ni Ashama Timber Market ene din hwe ni mu anase fra omo e wo 0599 183083 anase 0302 986573 amanone fo so fra omo +821 021811 Stonebwoy Global Consult Limited. Your success is our business. Abeka Group of Companies and Sammy Flex TV presents September to Remember. Only September to Remember. Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. ATM wakwenya na oni yako Dubai. Na wako shewani su adie. Na fe ya sansu adie ni abo. Na yebeko tour places biti se Desert Safari, Dubai Frame, Atlantics Water Park, Dubai City Tour. Na fe yacht party nsu tietia. Na ya sansu party in the cloud. ATM ayen komani ye mekanchiro. Dabi ya September to Remember. Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Na yebasu 24th September. Dikosi 29th September. Anne. Enti for any reservation. Anase nchirichirimu bia. Eni efresa huma true for we. 0243 514732. Ana plus 971 559 494061. Proudly sponsored by Sankofa Restaurant, Taste Africa, Ohineba Jemai TV, NFA, Edike Media. September to Remember Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Ebeye kikim.
Everybody check now. Check it, check it, check it, check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Sugar level, check it, check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Select glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
We are here Friday evening on Sammy Flex TV, and the guys are here to round up the whole week, all the stories making headlines in and around our industry. Myself and my soldiers, we are about to vibe. Just as the artists go to the studio and they look for songs that can be vibely and they just vibe on it, same way we are also going to vibe on the topics before we wrap up for the weekend. Sammy Flex, I'm here. Derek Money, aka Ora Money, is also here. Powder Nation boss, Yeah, Powder Nation boss is here. He's still in his supply business. So, in case you are looking for some more supplies, remember that Powder Nation is in to supply for you. That's we can watch your supply. Watch your supply. Hey, Powder Nation. Now, Powder that international delivery. It's a Powder come up and say, hey, Powder, what do international? Powder that's international delivery and everything. Well, Nana Reagan is also here. Nana Reagan is here. Yesterday, Nana Reagan really made some people uncomfortable. I'm sure we will visit that topic today and see how best we can rectify some of the issues that happened that did not go down well. Special thanks to MC Kobe for leading us into that particular pit. MC Kobe led us into a pit straight. Boom. We couldn't save ourselves and we were in. Boom. Intimidado Solomon Chemo is also here and we are good. So even before we start, because I know, and there is something positive I got from the mess yesterday once again. The fact that almost everybody who mattered and had any link or something to us and knew about the original issue, everybody sent a message.
Yeah.
On Twitter, like people
Everywhere,
mentioning me left and say, hey, really? So nobody should joke. Because people are really monitoring.
Yeah.
A gentleman whose number I did not even have for the first time sent me a message. Said, oh, he's heard I've been doing the editorial, but he's telling me that video, if I want to do the editorial, I shouldn't focus on that video because the video is. Say, hey, I came onto Twitter and back to back. Even this afternoon, I was still responding to some people on Twitter about that information being a misinformed one. So once again, we want to say we are sorry about that. Whilst we were on set, our man MC Kobe also saw it, and I understand why he was misled because Adesope is a trusted source, and for Adesope to put them videos together, you are likely, unless you knew about the video. If you don't know about the video, then obviously you are likely to fall for that trap. So,
and it was one of his current
videos exactly after the issue. Yeah. So unfortunately it happened, but we still want to say sorry to all of you, and that's fine. And some people too were not happy with you.
For what?
Osara sent me some message, and I don't know if you want me to read that to you.
Yeah,
Osara.
Which message one of our guys. Can't we read?
Oh yeah, yeah, Fidelis Osara. Yes, Fidelis Osara. He said, I appreciate that we all discuss the entertainment industry to make it better. Whatever that happens at Rema's show, he should take responsibility for his actions. The aspect that I want to discuss is, I always say when we are addressing issues like this, we should be tamed with the kind of language and manner we say them. I know Shatta is your man. Truth be told, Shatta took money for shows he didn't attend, and your pandit did not kill him. The one I want to personally address is Nana Reagan. He should stop generalizing issues instead of addressing the artists involved. Instead of speaking directly to Rema and not saying Nigerians. I'm trying to avoid unnecessary division between both countries. This is what Fidelis Osara sent to me after watching yesterday's show. And a couple of messages, messages left, right, and center.
Fidelis should understand that at every point in time, when we mention Ghana, we are mentioning Ghana because a certain Ghanaian artist issue is up and we are talking about it. So if I'm mentioning Nigeria in yesterday's show, then you should understand that it is directly because of Rema. That is why we are mentioning Nigeria. So it happens. You should just understand that. I mean, if I did not say Rema, and I was mentioning Nigerian artist, he's a Nigerian artist. So you should just understand that their issues are up and we are talking about it. So we will definitely, or I'm likely to mention Nigeria and use it as whatever submissions I want to.
If I got him right, he's trying to say that Rema as an individual did something, so you address him as such instead of saying maybe Nigerians are fan of doing that. Instead of
But I never said that on the show. I never said Nigerian musicians are fan of doing that or have been doing
like
that.
Something in connection with that. That's what will be a generalization.
I get that point. Where you can. But what I'm saying is that if we are talking about Sarkodie now, in fact, when they come under the shows and we are talking about a certain Ghanaian artist, they make some of these comments like Ghanaian music, Ghanaian. So it's just conversation. Just understand that it is because of Rema that is why we are mentioning Nigeria or anything. So it is not about generalizing the whole issue.
It's like Shatawale, what he said at the Accra Sports Stadium, that they said he's insulted the whole of Nigeria.
I mean, it's not like that.
Well, so once again, it happens but once, like I keep saying. So to those who really got that message as a misinformation from MC Kobe, once again, with all the powers in me, I want to, on behalf of the team, apologize for that one, and just to assure you that moving forward, there will be checks before any review will be done. But special thanks to Digital Rasta. He's also called Currency on camera. Richie Flex is the editor-director of the show. And if I have the squad like this, then it means that we can go ahead and hit the stories without wasting much time. I want to read a story from Peter Sedufia. And Peter Sedufia is saying something about TV stations in Ghana. And I'm still wondering how today's TV station will commit this error. Now, like, I don't believe it. As a matter of fact, when I saw the story, I said, are they sure like this happened in today's world? Someone who manages a television platform does not know all these details. It sounded awkward and weird to me. But let's read the story, and I'll come back to my people and ask whether they agree with him that he pushes them to get what he is looking for or not. Now it says, Peter Sedufia chases media house over unauthorized airing of aloe vera movie, demands compensation. TV station. This is highly responsible. The filmmaker Peter Sedufia is seeking compensation from the Eclipse Broadcasting Network, EBN, for airing his movie Aloe Vera without consent. Peter Sedufia, the executive producer of the Netflix-rated movie, owns the exclusive economic rights to its copyright. Hence, EBN's act has been regarded as unlawful, says his lawyer. Now, in a letter addressed to EBN's management, his lawyer detailed that their move is necessary, considering the fact that Mr. Sedufia has had minimal opportunities to monetize the said movie through sales, premiering, or authorized broadcast despite the high cost of production. Now, on Saturday, July 12, 2023, before 2 p.m., you caused the broadcast of Aloe Vera, a work owned by Old Film Productions, without the express permission of my client, as required by the Copyright Act 2005, Act 690. You are advised to act on the legitimate and fair demand for compensation within 10 days of this letter, failing which I shall act as instructed and initiate legal proceedings or legal proceedings for compensation without further recourse to you. Parts of the letter read. And this is what I want you guys to know. In other letters, this is what is showing, what they have actually sent to EBN to respond to these issues as early as possible. Unfortunately, it wasn't long ago that one of our own, Foster Romanus, was made the general manager of the station. I am sure you guys might have seen flyers running around. This is the station that Foster Romanus is now the general manager for, and the moment he entered, no lawsuit, Panyai. Hey, Peter Sedufia, and these are his people too. But I'm here asking that in today's world, 2023, a whole TV station could have some damn person take this decision of airing someone's movie that is not even up to 5 years. Or aloe vera, maybe yes, maybe no. It's not up to 5 years. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like a manager of a sort leading a TV station, you were able to air a movie that's not up to even 5 years on your free-to-air channel. Hi, Akwane Banchenye. No, I grown and listen too much. Chamo, where they are on Jom zone.
Oh, on Jom. On Jom. I think.
Eh, yes, say you are back home, but.
Oh, on Jom. Oh, no, 1P. 1P on Jom. It's sad when a whole television station in the basic copyright issue.
It came out in 2020. 2020.
So it's 3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's here. Aloe Vera premiered in Ghana on March 6, 2020 in Accra. Later that same year, Sedufia announced that the movie would have a digital release on Netflix. Personally, I watched it on Netflix as well. And I think I've seen it in a plane as well.
Yeah, I watched it on a plane when we went to Dubai.
Dubai, okay, yes. I also watched it on a plane one time.
Yeah. And this is sad. The point is, it's so clear when you read the copyright law as the lawyer was trying to put it out. It's on article, I think, subclause 19. Yeah, that's where that thing is, and it's clearly stated. You can't just use somebody's copyright.
You know, even if it had been an online platform doing this, like I would say, okay, those people
for them, but a media
traditional media house,
your setup, everything's supposed to be intact. I mean, that's sad, and we shouldn't encourage something like this. I think because they've been showing foreign movies, so they think that it's okay for them to even do it to local
movie as well.
Because the foreign movies, no one is here to monitor. In a proper system, they will have their people.
Sorry, do you know I hear there are some TV stations in Ghana. If a movie comes today, tomorrow they will show
yeah.
The same station.
Especially the foreign ones.
I hear the same station.
Yeah. The foreign ones, they do show them. And I think it's because no one is monitoring to, sanction them or take them on for doing something like that. So this one that said he's a Ghanaian, he's here, he saw them doing it. I think it's better
they didn't know he was a Ghanaian.
They knew, but they were. I think they were using the same assumption that when they do the foreign ones, no one come.
So this one they don't see.
So this one to me, no one will chase them. It's good that he's doing that. Even if he will let them go, like he won't take anything. They should apologize, or like they should do something for others.
Yeah.
Yes, for others.
I mean, they've given them a letter for compensation that if they don't, then the big one comes.
They have to take them on. So I think it's a step in the right direction. I mean, at least they will know that there are certain things that you can't do as a TV station. I mean, this not right.
So they didn't know all this.
Yeah, they knew, but I think they thought that they can do it without anything.
And run away with it.
Yeah, because they do it to the foreign movies. They will go and copy the foreign movies, current one, and show it on their channel, and no one is coming after them. So they think it's easy to do it to other ones that they think people will be interested. It's bad, but I think Sedofia should pursue them, and let's see how the outcome will be.
Nana, how do you also see this crime by a TV station of its sort committing this error?
I mean, this is unpardonable. It's very, very shameful for a whole traditional media platform as big as EBN to be committing some of these errors in production. I wish that when I see cases like this, sometimes until we have gone
exhausted.
I don't really, because knowing Ghanaians, tomorrow there's nothing. I mean, we won't even get to the bottom of the whole case. I wish this will go length and breadth so that people will pick some lessons from it. Because they are not the only station doing, honestly. They are not the only station,
As there are more stations stealing content.
Yeah, there are a lot of television channels stealing contents, like contents they don't have copyrights to, they just show them and they just run away with some of these actions.
But let me say this. There was one television station who was copying KSM show content on YouTube and playing it on television.
You don't mean it? KSM, like this is not just any ordinary person.
But it wasn't the KSM show. We had the other show called Spotlight, and we were airing it on Metro TV. and they were copying and also playing it on their TV station.
Without
in fact, we didn't know until they approached the host that they want her to work for them because they've been showing her content on their TV station.
And they will say it like they are doing
yes. Just like that. Yeah.
I mean that mindset is also one of the things that will lead to some of this. They think that even if we play or we air your movie on EBN, we are doing you a favor. You are not doing anybody a favor. We are in a business world. People are working. Production costs to even shoot content. Recently, I shot, I think a few weeks or months ago, I shot a content with my artist when they share at Peduasi. And that was when I started respecting some of these TikTok influencers. I really had like my respect for them shot up because people like Asantua Dems and all these girls and boys that are creating content. But I mean, it is expensive to create. A content that we just went on location to shoot for less than 10 minutes will be costing you close to 5,000, 6,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Just because of the costume you want the person to use, somebody you are paying to be part of the. So if somebody is shooting a whole movie and then you think because you have a platform you can just pick the movie from anywhere and then you air it, I mean, you are doing a lot of damage to people. Because if Sedufia doesn't get money again to go on set, you've taken away people's deliberate, like actors, production crew, a lot of people. And how is he going to raise revenue or get money to go into the next production? It is when you sit and be professional with his business. Tell him that, okay, we want to air this movie at this time on EBN, and this is how much, or this is the budget we want to put on table for you so that we can have the right to do that. You don't just wake up and then you pick somebody's production and you just want to show it to your like it shouldn't be happening in 2023. It shouldn't. This is so unpardonable. Like me, I wish they will really the lawyer shouldn't have. There's like a warning that if they don't do the needful, they will take them to court. They should just take them straight to court.
No. For now, they are calling for compensation, which is all right. It is still the same thing. They are calling for compensation. So the compensation, if it refuses, that is when they go to court. So if they say, okay, this is 100,000 Ghana, come and take it. Take it. And
I think people should reason with some of these stakeholders and do you know some of them? If Koskoli was here, he would tell you some of them will go on set, they will shoot movies and series, they will even send it to some of these TV stations and they will reject it because the people are asking or demanding for a certain kind of amount. But when they leave, you want to steal it and air it to your audience or viewers. I mean, this is so bad. We should stop some of these things because if we really want to grow as people, we should make sure that every stakeholder is growing as well. Every stakeholder's business or whatever thing that the person is doing in the industry is developing or is flying as well. Not just television stations flying or radio stations flying in their businesses. And then the others will be struggling because at the end of the day, we need everybody. The television stations need people like Sedufia to be creating content for them.
In fact, even if they contract them, they will give them.
Of course, like they can give you episodes of production or like so. Just sit down. I don't know why Ghanaians are like that. They don't want to invest in the rich things they want to show to people. They just want the easy way to be showing things or contents on their channel, and then at the end of the day they will be bragging that they are the number one. They are the number one. We are the king of so and so and all of that. Charlie, if you want to be king of movies and your channel, invest into end that by investing. End it by invest. Don't just wake up and you are just doing anything anyhow. Master, it won't work. People are spending huge sums of money to shoot movies, so you can't just be showing it to your people for free.
Thank you, Nana. Derek, wrap up for me on this topic. Let's move on. Hey, I'll be reading your messages as well. It is the live edition of Showbiz Daily. So as much as we are live here, I'm sure going to read your comments. So keep them coming and share the link.
It's quite unfortunate, but let's say congratulations to Foster Romanos.
Okay.
Asem na, but it's quite unfortunate. Asem a kotono mna wetimi enya position me say. But I will say the whole management of EBN did not try. Because creating content is not an easy job.
Never. I'm sure they know. They're a TV station.
They know.
Yeah.
So I'll urge say Dufia on court. Na
court.
Yes. Because Basami, there have been so many copyright issues within our system. In teaming court, I'm how the process will be. We've been yearning for this on several occasions. So, first, Ghana Tourist Authority, Authority, is that the name? Crapo at a point in time, I had.
Yeah.
There was a copyright infringement over there. And we are mushy from a whole ministry. So there have been so many. Yeah. Oh yeah, so 4 figures.
Wajent him.
There have been so many copyright issues within our industry, and I think the more these issues are popping up, the more we need to have solutions to it. Now, when I be first one solution, anytime we be so busy inside, and I could the law court. Never ready. Who say when you pass here, you use this, it's a copyright infringement. You have to contact the person before you can use this. Internet no my download ye download Y-Mate. Not that download the foreign movies in Himachino.
Y-Mate. That's the app.
That's the app on the download.
That's what I'm asking you.
Download the movies. Himachino na oyi.
That's on the internet, no.
No
buffering.
No. What I say? Rich brass, no I think it's about time. Yemran, I will say Yejuma, na yina yehubi. Ya nyane sana. Always there will be copyright issues within our system. Let me give you a scenario. When I was at Rejoice TV, I was a programs manager. Now say, Kuma would phone the movies bar. Me normally trans in negotiating. Answer near
according to how much you pay them.
According to how much you pay them. At times, a friend is saying, part 1 keke. Was it $100?
That's cheap.
That's cheap. And no crime, no negotiating. It
be
great PK production. It be great to me, Jam Fala, because they also want their content to go out there. And these people are taking that advantage. So whenever they come, they even beg us to show their content. Therefore, they better their young funny which is against the copyright law. And I've had so many experience with certain. I thought that cry now, my boys, so me fear me TV na omuyi for movie bisa. Mo download it, do you have the right? Mamu fam ko Facebook.
Imagine me ko.
Mo ne mo fam ko Facebook ko stream. What I say, mo ne ko stream ya, some na mo dey ba no. Until my warning one. So this thing has been a case within our industry. To honest you do a hard thing. This is the right time. I always say, and samba ne poppy up. We need solution to it. And how do we get the solution? These are certain things. Sadufia Brasami, he has been in the industry for so long. And he has been paying money.
Yes, he has worked
hard.
He has worked hard.
Investment and ordinary content. And if you are a television manager and now say programs manager, you need to understand certain things. And your family say, "Oh, be an employee at around EB or minimum power."
More is legal, baby.
Oh, more is legal. I chill on more first. I only call first. EPS. Chill branches. UPSC. Yeah. Formerly on programs manager, I'm in the 5. I know Jay, so first Happy FM will handle events and logistics.
Okay.
Yeah. And Tibrasame, I've been monitoring the channel for so long, and this is what they have been doing behind the scene. To some extent, to cry, do baby, a couple no channels now, not Omokahubi.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So they were looking for viewership
at all costs.
At all costs, so they will do everything to get the viewership. But the mrana ye juma enti na me bom paye so on fan court ma on ma menye se compensate ye pe compensation do peja case no go and face the law court na onipa no so ofum ye ehu se wafum ebeye asensode ama foforo so ehu ya nya ne sa wo ma mu hanu brasa me o tena be sa another thing
we be sign ebiem
obi be sign ebiem. So it's about time we need to learn. Let me say one thing again. Black Sheriff, any management, former management, when Chavez console. Maybe you see better here, same platform as on Fango Court. While Fango Court, you see the same thing. The same thing of Gusuna Moyen. Camran in the dia, only say go to an amoa, when you're very careful. I'm running into two Tietium Sakake. Yen Tietium Remusa. Brasame, it's about time we need to sit down as citizens, not spectators.
Good.
Now you send me
you have to contribute.
You have to contribute. Now Obia or then the kakra ko same no swing the kakra. Now women take advantage of that in use content free. Because one, or they are cutting Netflix and Netflix maniska. So why you a local channel? Contacting the person also than nowadays in our system. Hey, any what me for be content sakeke and na your friends say traditional media no for say social media name and nam sakeke.
But I think I don't know if it is Peter Sedufia, but it looks like I've seen some production houses that I've been chasing media people to come for their money. Yeah, I've seen something like that. I'm not too sure whether it's Peter Sedufia, but I think I've seen posts like that, like, oh, you guys should come for something. Let's I negotiate or something.
Let me learn. When you can be right, Gambro, sorry, Music Rights Association. Just imagine say, Sedufia
people,
Eddie Sika, Emma, EBM for Tuanica, and no more show content, you know. And a Gambro album say, hey, content here show you won't share. Asok. Yes, thank you for the correction. Ka Asok bet me refer. I refer say, "Who said if you are crying with your content?" Into why are you complaining? But here like the case of offer content is free. Brasame said if you are fan court. You need to be eternity. That court no cry beba hobby.
Okay.
Oh seriously. Young pardon Foster. Wakotom.
Fire baptism.
Fire baptism. And yes, Anna Kayin Nepeno. But Wakotum Ninkwade, he should also find ways and mean. On show the managerial skills. Then you will be position.
Okay. All right. Let me welcome my people online so far. Augustino says, good evening, everyone. Fred Apia bringing us greetings. Shatakobi says, it happens but once. Augustino says, I need some powder from Powder Nation. No problem. You know what to do. Shatakobi says, Nana, talk your talk. Akpos Atigbi says, focus on the topic. Shatakobi says, oh, Chemo, this is a normal conversation usage. Shatakobi comes again, says, these media houses will pay huge sums of money to get rights of a 2010 telenovela to telecast. And these same media outlets will free a Ghanaian or will show free a Ghanaian content, which is even less than 5 years in Semhuninkwa. I don't know if you guys get this message.
Yeah. They pay for the telenovela.
They're not even paying them alone. They pay people to translate the language to our local dialect. It's investment I come in also.
Okay, so yes, Rita Sewa says, good evening, beautiful people. Nana Pia says, good evening, everyone. Shatakobi said, Brasami, if you know the cost involved in this aloe vera movie, Peter double paid everything, no, cause his first step got ruined by huge rains and storm, and after all the stress, you air for free. Yeah, I think I remember this story. Now Shatakobi says, okay, I think I read it. Frederick Apia says, Brasami, what happened to Shatawale's show this weekend? Nothing has happened to it. He's going to still play the show. I think we even have a double show this weekend, one in Akropon and one in Koforidua. We are still juggling on how to play both shows though. Shatakobi says, Frederick Apia, it happened both on Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Daniel Omo Commune. Okay, Omo Commune says, Big 7 Burna Boy. He says, go listen to Big 7. Is the song out already? If it is out, then that's fine. We will surely go listen to it. Now, let's move on to another interesting story where we are asking that Bob Marley thing that so many people complained that it was a desecration of Bob Marley's works, and Bob Marley does not allow anybody just to touch his works, thanks to Black Rasta. Now, we have even seen that there are more people who were featured on the project, too. Not only our artists here in Ghana, more people. But we are fortunate to have 2 of our artists on such a project that is bound to come out very, very soon. And there is a video that my director can show whilst I do commentary about it, where they were showing or they were giving the background information of all the people who were on the project. So they are, you see them wearing jerseys. It is called the Africa Unite Project, and almost every artist who featured on it has been given a jersey to show that really and truly I am on it. So this is Stonebwoy and Sarkodie. Stonebwoy is playing at number 7 and Sarkodie is playing at number 8. It will be on video through passes more. Yes, so these are some of the issues that we want you guys to know. It says artist review. Check out the incredible lineup of artists featured in the upcoming Africa Unite album of Bob Marley classics, reimagined by some of Africa's biggest names in music. Bless up all involved for lending their voices in tribute to the gong. Africa United is out August 4th. Sorry, Africa Unite. Yes, Africa Unite is out August 4th, and you can pre-order the album now at bobmarley.link.to/Africa Unite. And these are some of the people who were featured on the project. And our own Stonebwoy as well as Sarkodie are on this project. Remember, Sarkodie's own has been out for some months. Reviews have gone on. Those who thought that Sarkodie killed the song, and those who also thought that Sarkodie did not see it up, and all them matters arising. This is how it is about to happen. They're about to put out the work, and they have also told us that Stonebwoy is also part of this. And as it stands now, it feels so good to know our people are there. Is this elevation for our music industry, Derek? Quick one. Is this elevation for our music industry?
Yeah, it's an elevation for our music industry, and I think it shows how Ghanaian music is flying high. Because to get such a recognition from the whole legend of Marley, although it's not existing, but
his legacy
is still living. I think it's a plus for our music industry. Now I'm thinking it's a Sarkodie so it's all behind the scene.
Well, it is like that. On an album, you won't put out all the songs at a go when the full project is not out. You bring some out as teasers. So I'm sure maybe Sarkodie's one would qualify as one of the teasers. Yes.
And at the same time, they use other ones to also market the whole album.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. They'll use some of the songs to push the rest of the songs on the album.
Plus, I mean, I think this shows the Ghana music industry, our music industry is growing at a standard that we've gotten the recognition we are looking for, better still we are yearning for. As it stands now, because for a whole Bob Marley legacy to connect with such an artist, Sarkodie and Stonebwoy, on an album for the whole world to listen, I just say, baby, you do know. You do a name how to maintain that space, you know. That is what we need. The spot. That's what we need to look at. Because we can't be getting the featuring, the mentioning, and then at the end of the day, we just throw the feature and mention away. It's about time our artists needs to learn how to position yourself within the position. That is what they need to do. Because one, Stonebwoy Sarkodie, who is next on the bill?
And Stonebwoy has never mentioned this anywhere.
Exactly. He has never mentioned me. I was surprised. So that's why I asked, was Sarkodie's own recorded earlier?
Obviously.
Yes. Because Stonebwoy more so baby other. And I think said this is a plus to him and then his Fifth Dimension album as well. Because it's going to project him and the album to lift high the flag of Ghana.
Yeah.
Because as it stands now, the moment on the 4th of August, Ombe releasing the project, the album is going to be the talk of town.
Yeah.
And the moment the album becomes the talk of town, it will relate with you. It goes along with you, which is going to help you.
And already there are some good songs doing well on the album.
Into
the future.
And it's like, Rasami, this is a good milestone for Stonebwoy to achieve at this peak of his career. And I must say, he shouldn't just enjoy the fame out of it, but he should make sure to position himself very well to maintain the standard he's already keeping. Senia enkwe Bob Marley nkwa ne momochena foforo no ebeye obi foforo ana obesan edina to a project so. So I would say it's a very big deal for our music industry, because when it goes higher, it's the Ghana music industry which is going higher. Because the moment you mention Stonebwoy, you look for the originality, where the person is coming from, and it's passed down to Ghana and the music industry. So it's a big deal for our music industry, and I'm praying it to not be only Stonebwoy and Sarkodie being on such projects.
For now,
they're fine. But in the future, in the future, no, we should hope and pray other artists also they will be recognized, not only on Bob Marley's side, but other legendaries. For instance, Busta Rhymes and I say DJ Khaled. So Oye project he will look down onto Ghanaian. No, I find they say project send a big project more, because we need that exposure. That exposure and the matter be a say you care about Nigeria matters. Because they already have that exposure, and that is what you are yearning and hungry for.
We need to
get that exposure. It's very necessary for our musicians and the music industry. If you're able to get all these exposures, it will reach a time where we will not talk plenty. And that is what the Nigerians are getting. Now they're getting all the exposures they are looking for when it comes to music.
Okay.
Even now the Americans you are looking up to, and the American industry now you want to say very broad, well established. They have even penetrated into it.
That's true.
To the extent that the Americans have ears for the Nigerian music or the Nigerian musicians. That is what we need to do. Until I would say it's a step at the right direction, a big deal for the Ghana music industry. Stonebwoy, Sarkodie, they shouldn't relax there, but
take
advantage of it. Find ways and meaning to position themselves within the position they find themselves right now.
Okay, Chabo, continue from there.
Yeah.
What do you also think this means to us?
I think it's a big deal. The reason why I'll say that it's a big deal is simple. I mean, the project, they are not just doing it for music's sake or just to preserve the legendary status of Bob Marley. I mean, that one is established already. I mean, no one can doubt the legendary status of Bob Marley. So I think this thing, it has more economic value than just preserving his legacy. Yeah. So, and they will pick people that they think can bring them something. I mean, can bring them good money for it. So if they consider Sarkodie and Stonebwoy to be the ones who can let them have the economic benefit of the whole project, the business aspect of it, I think it speaks well of them. It means they have some value that people think that using them you get your
also
money.
Get the returns.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
return on investment.
Yeah, that's positive. And again, to be in such a project, it's a big deal by all standards. I mean, doing a song alongside Bob Marley's song, I mean, this is the biggest that you can go. So I'm happy for them. And yes, when it comes to promotion and how it will elevate them, I mean, time will tell. But it's obvious because Bob Marley is such a big influence in the music industry, especially reggae. I mean, people will listen to any new version that you bring out just to see how you were able to, I mean, add something or push the whole thing, or even angry about you not doing the right thing. Like Black Rasta not happy with them even going this direction.
Desecration. That is where the desecration came in.
Yes, but for me, I think this is a good thing, and we should just, push them in our own ways and also listen to it and see how far they can go or how best we can push the whole project. But for me, it's business first, and it's a win-win for those who are part of it. Yeah.
Well, Nana, what do you also add to this convo?
Well, I'm not going to say much. This is just a big win for two of our top artists in Ghana here. And we can only say a big congratulations to them, because being part of such a project in the name of such a big legend whose legacy still lives with us, like people celebrate him like he still lives. It's a big thing. Every musician that gets such an opportunity
will embrace it.
Yeah, we'll embrace it. It comes with so much value that you don't normally get easily. Yeah. So, congratulations to Stonebwoy and to Sarkodie for achieving some these things. So we can only wish them well and pray that, like Derek was saying, it will not end there. It will only end on just the project. More of such will come their way, and then Ghana music will be good.
Well, thank you so much, Nana Reagan, for that one. Now, away from, still on Stonebwoy, I chanced on a video where you have spoken as well.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, still on Stonebwoy. It comes with another video that I've seen. And in this video, he was being introduced by one of the podcast platforms or radio station, and the accolades that were praised or rained on Stonebwoy. I want us to listen to this, and I'll ask a simple question. Were they patronizing him, or really and truly this is what they feel about him? Because when I was also listening, I said, hey, Charlie, the vibe is smooth. The vibe was big, like big. And I have been a presenter before when you have to let your guests feel so good. So I'm asking, like, for real, or it is just patronage that they were trying to do in the studio? Let's watch that one. Then after we look at our very last story, I'm sure, then we wrap up for the weekend.
And his lovely family and his brother invited me over to just hang out. They brought me to Ghana to hang out, and his lovely family and his brother invited me over to just hang out. They brought me to Ghana to hang out because they wanted the experience that they visioned to include me. And it had a lot to do with a line I said in the movie Stomp the Yard, where I said, I've never seen blackness like this before. And Chance wanted to start his documentary off with me saying that. And when I was in Ghana, I was so overwhelmed from a physical and spiritual perspective that my body reacted. And for the first time in my life, I lost my voice, which told me God wanted me to be silent and observant and take in this environment and information. Because at the time I was dealing with some things. So I was absorbing the original land of my descendants. I was absorbing that and taking in all of that energy. And I saw this young man grace the stage that I had never seen perform before. And I'm standing next to people in the crowd. And I'm like, who is this? And somebody said to me, he's the Jay-Z of Ghana. I said, what? He's the Jay-Z of Ghana? Let me see this man perform. And 52,000 people in the crowd. It was like mayhem when this dude touched the stage. 52,000 people in the crowd. It was like mayhem. It was, I got it. When Jay-Z does the Barclays in Brooklyn, he sells it out 5 or 6 or 7 times because he's at home. He's symbolic in so many reasons to people because he represents success. He represents the future. He represents growth. He's an inspiration. He's a mentor to people, even if they never spoke to him. You can learn about Jay-Z through his lyrics and through his actions. This man, for Ghana, in my opinion, is the same thing. I'm going off on this intro because I know a lot about your past, and I know it ain't all been hunky-dory, right? His first album came out in 2012, but he's been putting it down for a minute. He's faced some adversity in his public image, in the public eye. He's been in a reversal mode of all of that with his charity foundations and all the work he's doing and all the outreach he's doing. So he's beyond that. All right? We ain't even got to go too deep into that, but I find it fascinating. He's here today, Def Jam Universal, is it? Of course, yeah, of course. Def Jam Universal recording artist with his new album, Fifth Dimension. Man, y'all give it up for the one and only Stonebwoy is here, man. I was freestyling, though. Sometimes the words don't flow like that, man. But was that intro? Did that do you?
Well, shouts to man like Van Darko. Van Darko is a beam nation, so if it is about beam people, you know very well that he will chase me with it. Chamo, is this like for real, or this is a presenter trying to patronize an artist?
It's for real, but I think he also wants to make him feel good. I mean, it's a mix of it. Because he has seen him before, he has, experienced his works. So it will give him more room to talk about things. I mean, if it were like he just saw him or heard of him in America, I think it wouldn't be that long. Because he was trying to share the experience that he got when he was in Ghana, watching Stonebwoy perform and other stuff. I think it went into the accolades and then the praises and whatever that you have to call it. I think genuinely the presenter wants to say more because he has experienced him in one way or the other. That's why it was long and sweet like that. I mean, and you know, musicians and entertainers in general, they love something like this. So kudos to him. I mean, he will enjoy it. Just that you have to do more for others that are hearing some good things about you like this, or also get convinced that okay, I think he deserves it. So it's just a good feeling for Stonebwoy, and at the same time putting pressure on him to even do more to impress the audience there. I mean, the American people who will be listening to something like this will go like, wow. Then let me go and listen to him. Let me watch some of his thing and see. So you have to just impress them so that they will stick. It's a good PR. It's a good. I mean, any angle that you look at it, it's positive for Stonebwoy, and I think he should just take it and work on it just to prove the point that indeed he deserves some accolades like that.
Wow. Nana, thank you, Chamo. Can this also mean that now our boys out there, they are rubbing shoulders with the Burners, the Wizkids, the Remers, looking at how he was ushered into the program, or better still, how he was introduced into the program?
I mean, it has always been like that. We have some few artists here that have always been rubbing shoulders with the likes of Burna Boy and Wizkid and David Dems and all of that. I mean, it's a good feeling for any artist to have such a reception from a on such a big platform. And I want to say Stonebwoy has really worked hard to earn this respect or earn such accolades, like Chemo was saying. I mean, it didn't just come by chance. He has really worked for it. And now anybody listening to this presenter, if the person goes online to say, okay, let me go and check this guy out. I mean, this long, over 1 minute introduction. Let me go and check out what his works are, what he's really. Of course, when you go out there and you want to check Stonebwoy, so he won't disappoint you. He has the works to suit or prove that he deserves whatever accolades anybody would want to give him on any platform on any day. So yes, big up to Stonebwoy for such an achievement, and it feels good even as a Ghanaian to see that your people are out there, and people, I mean, these foreigners are monitoring every work or everything that they are doing, every effort that they are putting into their works and all of it. It really feels good when people are not recognizing the efforts you put into your work. So sometimes it becomes like disencouragement for you. So when you realize that Charlie, some of these people are really monitoring. Today when the issue about Rema's story came up, and you wrote something in our group that truly all these people are monitoring us, and it gives you some motivation to even work more, like to do more. So yes, I mean, somebody should just take up the challenge now that he has been thrown out there, like to be
that huge.
He should take up the challenge to give music lovers more of what he has always been doing for us here in Ghana. For people to know that, okay, when it comes to Ghana and you hear the name Stonebwoy, you should expect something huge from him. So big ups to him and his team and whoever that helped him to reach this feat. I mean, it's a big deal.
Well, Derek, wrap up on this. You are also a journalist, so if a journalist spends time to introduce an artist or a personality, what does it mean to the artist status?
Right, I mean, I think Stonebwoy have really worked hard to deserve such accolades. And I will urge Stonebwoy or advise him to cut this portion. And then
they've cut it. That's why you got it.
anytime he's about to release or any of his tracks, that one should be the introduction before the song comes out.
Oh,
that's
anytime it's about to release an album.
No, even a single.
Oh no.
But
the intro will be longer than the single.
Oh, no problem. That's I am saying. I'm saying this because there was a time Kufuor was doing a presentation. The way Okan Kwame Sifaka, my friend said, "Dan Kwekuye Boa." Is it a Kufuor? The way accolades or the man Dan Kwekuye Boa. Up to today, Dan ba air obo. Up to today, oba air. Kwame Sifaka on any show ni so akukuru be sponsor. Up to today,
sir,
Dan Kwekuye Boa. Nene accolades or bemaka.
Wow.
Up to today, obo. It even gives the person or more that accolades, that respect. Say whatever he did, he did not do it in vain. You appreciated it. But I mean, it's not easy for somebody to give you that. Even a hyperman cry amount. Accolades say, yeah, no, what presenter. But it's a big deal to the brand Stonebwoy. And he needs to accept it or receive it in high esteem, appreciate it, on promoting him more. Because, I mean, at this juncture, Stonebwoy's career is at its peak. Me can't say career will need be, but at a point in time, your promotion is at its peak. You need certain materials to push you there for the masses or the world to hear you, to understand you, to project you. And these are certain materials out here.
True.
That's the reason why I say on cut a snippet of it. Not anytime they release a single and no intro answer number. Always present a new one and any budget. That's a very big deal to the brand Stonebwoy. Okay. And I will say, as a journalist, it's not easy for you to throw mileage on somebody's brand like that. Now be a Jumawi, 5 way Magua Jumawi. Hey, that's I mean, I think Stonebwoy needs to appreciate it. It's very big to the brand Stonebwoy. On any team in Antrance, they should have a package for this introduction. Just an introduction, Ponyo. And the way he was talking, as if say Oman speech. So he obia attention before you realize the idea
where he started
coming from as a whole speech. It was beautiful. This is a plus to the brown Stonebwoy at this very moment. Time ye pese the 5th dimensional bomb ne crawl to that extent. Time ye pese ye push your artists to a particular angle to match up with certain artists. This is the time. These are some elements, some materials we need to get it there, and this is what you are getting. So we applaud the presenter for that highly esteemed introduction. Oh, the man Stonebwoy, and I think if our artists work extra harder, like more than whatever they are doing, we will get whatever we are seeking for.
Okay.
Let me also add that. I mean, some of these things does not only earn Stonebwoy some respect. I mean, the presenter himself is really going to earn huge respect from what he has done. What it means is that he is very professional and he's done enough research, something that most of us are not doing.
Right.
People, when celebrities walk into your studios, you don't have the time to do proper productions and research about them.
Right. Good point.
So I mean, we should also take lessons from some of these things. Like, okay, Sammy Flex is coming to my studio. What do I know about Sammy Flex? Or what would my listeners want to hear about Sammy Flex? Take your time, do proper research, and present some of these things, because you are not only singing the praises of the artist or whoever your guest is. You are telling people that you know what you are about. Yeah, you know what you are about. You are into the thing. You have enough knowledge about whoever. Lately, people will just invite your artist, and when they go and sit in that studio, how are you? It's been a long time. Then they will start some regular, normal conversations.
I'm like, sure that's why now some artists don't even
yes.
Because they know
like it's the same thing. So some of these things will even build up that motivation, that interest of people walking into studios to do interviews. The guy have really worked. Let's put everything aside. Whether he even took money to do whatever, he has worked to get some knowledge to share with whoever is watching this program. And we should encourage people to do that. In our space, a lot of presenters are lacking some of these things, and it's bad.
I think I like this addition. I like this addition, dope, and it goes to everybody who is on air as a presenter or even a journalist. Some of your comments before we move on to the new one. Peter Ojuromi says Wizkid Saturday 29 July. Oh, so that's the Wizkid show, eh? That show too. The way I'm looking out for it, I know it's going to be another history breaker. Frederick Apia says I watched a video of Dr. Laiki and most of his crew in Nigeria to collaborate with their Nigerian counterparts. Yeah, I think I also saw something like that where they were in some room like that. I saw 39, 40 and those guys. Frederick Apia comes again and he says, I like the instrumentation of Burna Boy's new single, Nice Piece. I'm yet to listen. I was listening to Kiddy's new song. That is Leko. Joey Flex Trend says, thanks, Chemo. Temi from Nigeria says, it happens not once, but many times. Please tell your audience the true reason why Rema cancelled his show and acknowledge the misinformation. Okay. You want me to handle that, eh? I still think that the reason Rema cancelled the show does not make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense at all.
Okay, so let's say yesterday we still felt it, blah 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 blah, and now they are saying because of what heat. So like
they shouldn't be let us go.
No, we shouldn't go there, because when we go there, it's going to be another thing.
Oh yeah.
No, wait, that's the air conditioning of the place got spoiled. Was that the natural temperature of the place?
Didn't they check?
Was it over ticket over sales? Chalama Mianko.
No, she didn't.
Mam Mianko. Oh, you were wearing hoodie. You said you are hot. Rema, you were wearing hoodie. You said you are hot.
Such a joke. They shouldn't let us go.
You don't know the dressing you are supposed to wear to perfume. Come on, give us a break.
When he was doing Afrobeat. No,
hey, Nigerians, give us a break.
Don't say like that.
Give us a break.
Wait. If it was temperature. No, Jamal, let's get it right though. If it was temperature, why then was he talking about you can't disrespect Afrobeats like this? How would temperature disrespect Afrobeats?
I think they were saying the video was old, so you can't use it.
No. You're talking about the real video. Not the old one. No, not that one.
Well, I think if it was about heat and the concern was about health issue, there's supposed to be official release from the people who
and not you, the artist.
Yes, it shouldn't be coming from the artist. So
Charlie,
like all the excuses they are giving are not making sense. Let's just say it to your face. It doesn't make sense.
You know what I honestly feel? I honestly feel that the play was not going for him.
Of course, he didn't get the vibe with the
audience. If he had continued, maybe he would have made a mess of himself.
Of course.
So he just used something to just
run away from the stage.
Because if it was
in my head, he should, the managers of the place will rather.
It was not you. But you African from Nigeria, you are talking about hit in America.
What's rubbish
that you don't manage? I mean,
Charlie, we shouldn't go there. More person and the baby. More pencil and console the baby. What I mean is that
information there we have acknowledged it.
Oh yeah, down there. We've apologized to that already. But what I mean is that that's why I didn't even want to look at that story again.
So just that video that MC Kobe made us.
Well, tell me. So that is it for you. If you guys want us to go into that story, we can, because I still think Raymond's reasons are still not solid enough. As a matter of fact, Hyacinth La Igwe says, Ghanaians, please stop this nuisance of calling everything big deal. That is not anything but usual and regular interview. That doesn't really give the artist mileage. You guys are very funny indeed. Well, a certain Austin says, we are a bunch of jobless fools talking. Well,
jobless fools. And he is watching us. Like, who goes online to watch?
I was going to say something, but your point is in.
Who goes online to watch a fool? Like this guy.
Nana's point is enough. Well, so some years ago, Burna Boy's team did something, and today I came across the video and I was like, wow, this is one thing that sometimes as an industry or as people who are handling artists, we should be emulating and learning from it. And I'm going to read something that the gentleman who sent to me actually said. And like I keep saying, now I'll be here minding my business, and people will be mentioning me in videos and that. So the person mentioned me and said, Sammy Flex, see a throwback video of Burna Boy, and Adesope actually Shopsidu did this particular post. It says, throwback, he did the groundwork. This is Burna Boy years ago being introduced to the Nigerian DJs UK group executive and some members by Tilly Arab Money, right? Tilly Arab Money. Some of the kind of work some of the new acts don't have time for. There is a reason you are mentioning the same names over a long period of time. It is because they did the groundwork. And this is what the gentleman actually mentioned me, that Sammy Flex, come and see. This is what your boys are not doing. This is what our boys have been doing. So some years ago, this is what Burna Boy's team did for him. They actually called all the Nigerian UK DJs, introduced them one by one to him, and I'm not sure that they will go home on empty. Pounds or exchange hands. And if, like, I am for you and you empower me like this again, what else? What else? And Nana, that one there, when I road manager, oh yeah, no, sometimes nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like for instance, you go to say Burna to go play a show. Before the show, you say, oh, Mungada present someone, Wendy wants to say hello to them. Omaba B Mori B Abokabe 2000 B. What forever.
For sure.
Me, when I saw it, I said, actually, this thing is nice, but well, let's watch it a little bit. Now I remember Twaso.
DJ Stevon, DJ Unbeatable, DJ Mike Mayo, President of the Nigerian DJ Association, DJ Excel, DJ Stevon, DJ Unbeatable, DJ Mike Mayo, President of the Nigerian DJ Association, DJ Gabe, Vice President, DJ MVP, Assistant Vice President, that's the turn of DJ Igwe, DJ Oplaga, sorry guys, yeah? Christina?
Alicia?
Not DJs. No.
Violate people are dead. should I keep in your bed, cause the Taliban.
Well, so this is the video, and it was Burna Boy's early years before he blew. And I'm off air talking to my people that I think this one, we need to encourage our people to be doing some of these things. It's beautiful. Even I am trying to even think domestic before I go international. So for instance, you go out of your region to go and play here, to go and play there, to go and play here. If you go into a new region and you go like, oh, can I talk to the radio presenters there, the DJs there? Oh, everybody come, take a drink or two. And oh, please, I want you to support my career. No, you might not even give them money, I swear. You might not even give them money. Or even if you give them money, give them some collective cash, which are almost you are done. Hey, they will prioritize your work. After all, on that day, they will take photo with you, they will put on their DP. You are going to be their favorite. Born back to back. But how do we convince our people to do it? You have the writing proposals for them.
You just need my English, not.
How do we convince our people to do some of this? But this is so nice.
That's nice. This is nice. I mean, it's a sure way to market a product that you are getting direct contact with people who will sell it or who push it to the consumers. So we will just encourage them to do something like this. I mean, we can't do much. We can just talk and tell them that this thing it may work, so you have to consider it. I think yes, people will be happy to, especially the DJs from other regions. If we just consider our local space, DJs from other regions will be happy to share a video that they had with you or a picture that they had with you because you got closer to them. And after that, I'm sure, and I'll agree with you. You own them. Like that's the connection that they are looking for, and they will prioritize your music, as you said, or your product. They will always be playing you. When you come out with a new one, they will follow up. They will get it, even just to play. In fact, a lot of them will not even demand anything from you to share your works or promote your work.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good move from Burna Boy, and we can imagine that some of his colleagues will be using the same tactics to also get their product out there. So this is a good thing that I think we should encourage our musicians to emulate.
This one,
work with it.
Everybody should try to do
this is a
something.
good one. It's a good one. Yeah.
Nana, will this be difficult for our people to do?
Not at all. I mean, in 2010, 2011 there, but I think I was doing a similar thing with Ricky Davis PR.
Okay.
I think I even invited you once to such a program at McCarthy Hill, where I used to organize, let's say, media people, then time newspaper publishers and other people, introduce our clients to them. It was the same thing. So it's a good thing to do. Like if you really want the people to have you in mind and do your bidding or do what you want them to be doing for you, you draw them closer to you. Just make sure they are always part of everything that you want to, every conversation that you, when they get to know that, okay, we are part of this guy's dealings, his plans, his maps for projects and other things, they will willingly also make efforts to make sure that you achieve success out of whatever thing that you want to put out there. So yes, I mean, big shout outs to Burna Boy and his team for doing such a wonderful.
Can we say some of these things are the results we are seeing today?
Of course. I mean, we can't take it out at all. We can never take it out, especially when people have been saying that there are Nigerians in certain areas in London, and they control the affairs of Nigerian Afrobeats and all. They can enter. These are the same people that goes to play at clubs and other things like that. So if you are able to win their hearts and minds like this, then definitely when the person is employed to play at a club in New York, he will definitely remember that yes, you have a sound that is good for his audience, and he can also promote it. You through that. So it's a good thing. I wish that people can also start doing similar things. But another problem is that in our case, especially the domestic ones that you were mentioning here, when people go for shows, they don't have enough time, because if the show is on let's say 12 August, the person will move from Accra on that same day, gets to the place, he's tired because maybe he used road. He gets to his hotel, he has to freshen up and rest more. By the time he wakes up, he has to do sound check and get ready to go and perform. So like it takes away that time that you would have for some of these people, and in such areas the people are not really organized like that. So it becomes, unless of course you are doing the groundwork before you get to whichever town or region you are going to. You start making calls from Accra that, okay, Charlie, when I come, I want to put these things together, I want to do this. Yes, then that one you will get there. But when you get there, some of them, when they are not even part of the event, they feel some way, like they don't want to be part of whatever thing that is going on at all. I realized that when we went to Brekum to play a show, some of the DJs and presenters there that were not part of the hangout party that we were going to play, they're trying to be reluctant, distance themselves from whoever that is coming, you know. And the people who are hosting you also they don't want anybody to get close to you. They don't want anybody to have any access to you, because they feel so it is us, like, do the exclusives for us. When you are done, if anybody wants to have a bite of you, then the person should also book you and bring you to the town. So some of these things are also problems and are going to be challenges that will make us see some of these things domestically. But I mean, when they travel outside, some of these things, they are beautiful. The people there are the tools you will use to make sure your works are being projected properly over there. So find a way, organize them, meet them, find time for them. It will be nice. It will bear fruit for your own work. So I mean, people should be, it's commendable, and people should just emulate what.
Charlie, big ups to Team Burna boy. Yes, Derek. Wrap up for us.
I think strategically our artists are not strategic enough when it comes to promotion. Leading to
strategically our artists are not strategic
enough when it comes to promotion. Yeah, but I mean, these are all promotional strategies. The top DJs. I want to ask our artists, does any of them have a portfolio of DJs? Say or releasing your or broadcast out pin to Monkeka. But I have a rapport with DJ Azunto. We require some PR.
Okay.
Fan from you didn't come with you. No we release 9 p.m. no could be released. An opportunity to no send them army. And you're the new for 9 boy, you number. And you number. What I say? Into what creating a rapport around me. And or send them, I mean, I posted here. Yeah, I posted. I shared it on all my WhatsApp groups.
Platforms.
Yes, because he has created that rapport with me, and that is what our artists are lacking. They don't know how to create a rapport. I have an artist see here and the message on my phone, so watch BBC about me artist do story for me. Story no yet true also. Well, near time they are better. Say, yeah, kind.
Don't you have a laptop already?
I don't have data.
You have a laptop.
I don't have data. Rasame, I think say Burna Boy associate. And I feel a seed aso. Until all tin in your fusan on Tiasi. Basame Oko Dubai Bass on tell me can't story which maybe I'm turning my ringy bell mitrim. Some call club will be more Ghanaian born Honman Nigerian.
Oh, yeah.
And the Nigerian was influenced to play Nigerian music.
DJ there's Onya Ghana.
Onya Ghana Nyomnebo.
Because
yeah, so the influence that the Nigerian ba club one ma obema the audience, you know. That is what the audience are going to feed on. And to just imagine the Burna Boy introducing all the DJs, so many DJs to people like this. He's giving them the exposure. Meanwhile, DJ be on crop no need exposure about couple say be a crying in baby money to associate yourself with the brand Burna Boy. It's a huge plus to the brand itself. And Tinipa be saying we find a constant. Whatever Burna Boy will put across, you know, that will be the content yeah. And this is a strategy I will say artists use at a point in time. Brasami Jekakra ko the best motivation na no enya hwio Jekakra we fa se that is the way to go. DJ Nelson Obonyum no feel say at least say one ban hopo amfa nyom na man say promote with Payola. You've done something special for me. Metimi aka forever and ever. Because all the DJs on the Satom up to now, Obi Kregu supposed to on WhatsApp status, Obi post to on the social media handles.
History for them.
Yeah, history for them. They just want to have that start. And that is what our artists are not getting, artists are not doing. And also can be. Because Seka the Burna Boy the artists be brasame. I think Seka by now first a region be obedu be DJs be born on off. Imagine so Kumasi Kubo show you organize DJs ni na Kumasi. Now you a similar thing. The moment Abalando metes Wabano, then all radio stations and TV stations should be bashing to your song.
Yeah, true.
This is the way to penetrate into the system. It's a strategy, promotional strategy, but we are not getting it. Brasami, whilst we are fighting or yearning for investors into our system, we need to how to make promotional strategies to suit the artists and the consumers. Because if the consumers and I say DJs are not getting whatever they are supposed to get from your end, obi to me the normal DJ about 2-3 days I know they said them because and then people are fighting against Payola. So whilst people are fighting or we are fighting against Payola, find a special way to treat them good. No be uncle baby say Payola. When I can orie no oye denya some pounds ebesu behind the scene. When who here? Enti ono no we are kusino. So whatever the person is doing, or willingly, that is what our artists are not getting. But I mean, the Nigerians are trying to show us the way, but as how to learn is our problem.
We are learning. We will learn. We are learning and we will learn. Some of your messages, then we close. Our time is up. Chemical says, greetings to you and your crew. Thank you so much. Akpos, Atibi. Hey, let me announce that Sunday. Sammy Flex Connect will be happening. This Sunday is going to be a busy day, Pam. You see, I think they should decide for this Sunday is going to be very busy because back to back. Yeah, fucking. Akpos Atibi said the main reason Ghana music is not popular or struggling is because they are focused on Ghanaian agenda instead of Africa agenda. Take a look at Nigerian industry. Hardly would you hear or see anything in Nigeria. Oh, okay. Sounds wondering so. Temi says he was there reinvesting in his art, planning for the future and not bragging about swimming pools and houses, calling everyone else broke. So do you have to shade Shatawale?
Say the pan or what to know? Chaluto say the answer about.
Do you have to shade Shatawale for this? Do you have to shade Shatawale for this?
Don't do that.
Ekene Samuel says, hey Ekene, hope you're good. You'll meet on Sunday. He says, when will Ghana start cutting us some check for all these free consultations and advices? No banters. I feel our Ghanaian artists are learning and following who knows road. Metela Ebube Chuku says the pimple guy and Reagan that should learn this too and do it for his artist Wendy that can fill a classroom in Togo and stop speaking bad to Nigeria. He's not smart, cry. At least you know Wendy, eh?
Oh yeah, it's a plus.
At least.
Oh yeah.
End up punching.
No, at least out of that Reagan, you know Wendy. Go ahead. In fact, she has a new video out, Habibi. Go ahead and watch it on YouTube. Hyacinth Igwe says, look at how you guys laugh off when you mention these Nigerians. When talking about Rema leaving the stage in Atlanta, USA, just remember these known facts. Nigerians are pace-setters and trendsetters. Lom says, hi. Hyacinth Igwe says, this one in yellow with beard. I think BS like good. It's laughing off hilariously when Nigerian issues are mentioned, but at the same time wants to emulate how Nigerians are capturing the music world with their mental towers. Mitella said, Nana, she stopped that jealousy and hate mindset. When did this become hate and jealousy? Today the names are big. In Suhoredem, Michael says, I thought this particular show is in English. Yes, of course. And Zico said, another American doesn't like Nigerians. No capping. He shouldn't pretend to be innocent. We have all your videos. Hey! Let me. Igwe says, you are very funny. Okay, Nigeria is million miles away and million miles are way ahead of Ghanaian, and in no way would compare yourselves. Nana, send a message to them and let them know there is no hate.
Amen.
Whilst we close.
I don't know why people should be emotional about some of these things when we come to sit here and we are sharing our views and opinions on topics. I mean, if you don't hate, you won't see what I'm doing as hate. You understand? If you are not jealous of what we do here and you have no hate, you have a clear conscience. I mean, you will not see what we are doing here. So in fact, if the people we talk about, if we don't love that, I've always been saying this. Nobody would waste time to talk about people they don't value, they don't love, or consider important in society. So if we come here, we are talking about Rema, we are talking about Burna Boy, we are mentioning Nigerians. It's because of love. It's all out of love. And sometimes I don't think when people are smiling or laughing with you, that's the only time they love you. No, sometimes we can come very hard at you out of love. Sometimes we can speak with so much emotions and passion out of love. So they should just understand. When your mind is very small, you won't understand some of these things. Good. It's just like a kid that the parents are being when you grow. When you grow, you will know that okay, after all, my dad or my mom
never hated me.
He was just trying to shape me.
Correct. So yeah, that's true.
They should just understand it.
Well, so that is how we wrap up the week on Showbiz Daily. Today has been live. Thanks for being a part of the show. Special thanks to the people who devoted their time, energy, resources, knowledge, and experience to come share with you guys here on the show. In Team Dodo Solomon Chemo, Nana Reagan, Derek Money is everywhere.
Sammy, to be honest, you don't to was here. It was in the Chicago and I had the room who said
the digital star currency on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. Like the Narigan said, Charlie, it's all love, man. It's all love. Just for the fun of it and sometimes just to spark some emotions a little bit. Sunday, Sammy Flex Connect, 7 p.m. Let's meet up. We'll do it still. Come what may. And again, remember that we are going to Dubai September. This time that Derek Money said dole, he would also go. We will surely meet you guys when we meet. We are out of here. Ta-ta.